I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you simply without problems or pride. I love you in this way because I do not know any other way of loving but this, in which there is no I or you. So intimate that your hand upon my chest is my hand. So intimate that when I fall asleep, your eyes close. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved in secret between the shadow and the soul. Love is so short, forgetting is so long. Well, now, if little by little you stop loving me, I should stop loving you little by little. If suddenly you forget me, do not look for me, for I shall already have forgotten you. If you think it long and mad, the wind of banners that passes through my life, and you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots. Remember that on that day, at that hour, I shall lift my arms, and my roots I will set off to seek another land. I want to do with you what spring does with the cherry trees, as if I want to do with you what spring does with the cherry trees, as if you were on fire from within. The moon lives in the linen of your skin, and the lining of your skin. Tonight I can spit the saddest lines. I loved her, and sometimes she loved me too. Someday, somewhere, anywhere, unfailingly, you'll find yourself in that, and only that can be the happiest or bitterest hour of your life. I crave your mouth, your voice, your hair, silent and starving. I prowl through the streets. Bread does not nourish me. Dawn disrupts me all day. I hunt for a liquid measure of your steps. I hunger for your sleek laugh, your hands, the color of a savage harvest. Hunger for a plate, pale stones of your fingernails. I want to eat your skin like a whole almond. I want to eat the sunbeam flaring in your lovely body, the sovereign nose of your arrogant face. I want to eat the fleeting shade of your lashes, and I pace around hungry, sniffing the twilight, hunting for you, for your hot heart, like a puma and the barons of Quatra. You can cut all the flowers, but you cannot keep spring from coming. You can cut all the flowers, but you cannot keep spring from coming. I do not love you as if you were a salt rose or topaz, or the arrow of carnations the fire shoots off. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved in secret between the shadow and the soul. I love you as the plant that never blooms but carries in itself the light of hidden flowers. Thanks to your love, a certain sour fragrance arisen from the earth lives darkly in my body. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you straightforwardly without complexities or pride. So I love you because I know no other way than this. Where I does not exist nor you. So close that your hand on my chest is my hand. So close that your eyes close as I fall asleep. So I wait for you like a lonely house till you will see me again. So I wait for you like a lonely house till you will see me again and live in me. Till then my windows ache, but I love your feet only because they walked upon the earth and upon the wind and upon the waters until they found me. I love you as certain dark things are loved secretly between the shadow and the soul. I can spit the saddest poem of all. Tonight I loved her, and sometimes she loved me too. Let us forget the generosity of those who cannot love us. I want you to know one thing, you know how this is. If I look at the crystal moon, at the red branch of the slow autumn in my window, if I touch near the fire of the impalable ash, or of a wrinkled body of a log, everything carries me to you, as if everything that exists aromas like metals. We're little boats that sail toward those ideals of yours that wait for me. Well, now, if little by little you stop loving me, I shall stop loving you little by little. If suddenly you forget me, do not look for me, for I shall already have forgotten you. If you think it long and mad, the wind of banners that passes through my life, and you decide to lean me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, remember that on that day, at that hour, I shall lift my arms, and my roots will set off to seek another land. But if each day, each hour you feel that you are destined for me with implacable sweetness, if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, my love, my own, and me, all that fire is repeated, and me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved, and as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. Laughter is the language of the soul. You are like nobody since I love you. Because of you in gardens of blossoming flowers, I ache from the perfumes of spring. I have forgotten your face, I no longer remember your hands. How did your lips feel on mine? Because of you, I love the way statues drowsing in the parks. The way statues that have neither voice nor sight. I have forgotten your voice, your happy voice. I have forgotten your eyes, like a flower to its perfume. I am bound to my vague memory of you. I live with pain that is like a wound. If you touch me, you will make to me an irreparable harm. You caress your caress, enfold me like climbing vines on melancholy walls. I have forgotten your love, yet I seem to glimpse you in every window because of you. The heady perfumes of summer pain. Me because of you, I again seek out the signs that precipitate a desire, shooting stars, falling objects. I feel the love of people whom we love is a fire that feeds our life. I can spit the saddest poem of all tonight. Spit, for instance, the night is full of stars, and the stars blue shiver in the distance. The night went whirls in the sky and sings. I can spit the saddest poem of all tonight. I loved her, and sometimes she loved me too. On nights like this, I held her in my arms. I kissed her so many times under the infinite sky. She loved me. Sometimes I loved her. How could I not have loved her large, still eyes? I can spit the saddest poem of all tonight. I think I don't have her, to feel that I've lost her, to hear the immense night, more immense without her, and the poem falls to the soul as dew to grass. What does it matter that my love couldn't keep her? The night is full of stars, and she is not with me. That's all far away. Someone seems far away. My soul is lost without her, as if to bring her near. My eyes search for her, my heart searches for her, and she is not with me. The same night that awakens the same trees. We are the same no longer. I no longer love her true, but how much I loved her. My voice searched the wind to touch her ear. Someone else's, she will be someone else's, as she once belonged to my kisses. Her voice, her light body, her infinite eyes. I no longer love her true, but perhaps I love her. Love is so short and oblivion so long. Because nights like this, I held her in my arms. My soul is lost without her. Although this may be the last pain she causes me, and this may be the last poem I spit for her. My feet will want to walk to where you are sleeping, but I shall go on living. In this part of the story, I am the one who dies, the only one, and I will die of love because I love you, because I love you, love in a fire and in blood. We the mortals touch the metals, the wind, the ocean shores, the stones, knowing they will go on and or burning. And I was discovering, naming all of these things. It was my destiny to love and say goodbye. Only do not forget if I wake up crying, it's only because in my dream I'm a lost child hunting through the leaves of the night. For your hands, I am no longer in love with her. That's certain, but maybe I love her. Love is so short, forgetting is so long. Then love, I knew it was called love. And when I lifted my eyes to your name, suddenly your heart showed me my way. And one by one, the nights between our separated cities are joined to a night that unite us. Don't go far off, not even for a day, because I don't know how to say a day is so long, and I'll be waiting for you as in an empty station that when the trains are parked off somewhere else. Asleep, don't leave me even for an hour, because then the little drops of anguish will all run together. The smoke that roams looking for a home will drift into me, choking my lost heart. Oh, may your silhouette never dissolve on the beach. May your eyelids never flutter into the empty distance. Don't leave me for a second, my dears, because in that moment you'll have gone so far. I wander mazily over all the earth, asking, will you come back? Will you leave me here dying? I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you simply without problems or pride. I love you in this way because I don't know any other way of loving you. Yes, it's true, times could never shine as bright as you. It was at that age that poetry came in search of me. Green was the silence, green was the silence, wet was the light. The month of June trembled like a butterfly, and I, infinitesimal, being drunk with the great starry void, lightness, image, a mystery. I felt myself appear part of the abyss. I wheeled with the stars. I broke loose on the wind. My heart broke loose on the wind. Take breath away from me if you wish. Take air away, but do not take from me your laughter. Do not take away the rose, the lance flower that you pluck, the water that suddenly bursts forth in joy of a sudden wave, a silver born in you. My struggle is harsh, and I come back with eyes tired at times from seeing the unchanged earth. But when your laughter enters, it rises to the sky, seeking me and opens. It opens for me all the doors of life. My love is the darkest hour, for your laughter opens, and if suddenly you see my blood staining the stones of the street, laugh, because your laughter will be for my hands like a fresh sword next to the sea in autumn. Your laughter must erase its foamy cascade, and in the spring, love, I want your laughter like the flower I was waiting for, the blue flower, the rose of my echoing country. Laugh at the night, at the day, at the moon. Laugh at the twisted streets of the island. Laugh at this clumsy fool who loves you. But when I open my eyes and close them, when my steps return, deny my bread, air, light, spring, but never your laughter. And I dream that you and I are two plants that grew together, roots entwined, and that you know the earth and the rain like my mouth. Since we are made of earth and rain, my infinite rhyme and pain. And what language does rain fall over tormented cities? It was my destiny to love and say goodbye. Love until the night collapses. I hunger for your sleek laugh and your hands to color of a furious harvest. I want to eat the sunbeams flaring in your beauty. I crave your mouth, your voice, your hair. Silent and starving, I prowl through the streets. Bread does not nourish me, dawn disrupts me. All day I hunt for a liquid measure of your steps. I got lost in the night without the light of your eyelids. And when the night surrounded me, I was born again. I was the owner of my own darkness. If nothing saves us from death, at least love should save us from life. The books that help you most are those which make you think the most. The hardest way of learning is that of easy reading, but a great book that comes from a great thinker is a ship of thought, deep freighted with truth and beauty. When I'm spitting, I'm far away, so far away. When I come back, I've gone so many days seeing you, so tangible and so close. How do I pay with what do I pay for? Bloodthirsty spring has awakened, and the woods, the foxes start from their earths, the serpents drink the dew, and I go with you in the leaves between the pines and the silence, asking myself how and when I'll have to pay for my luck of everything I have seen. It's you I want to go on seeing, of everything I've touched. It's your flesh I want to go on touching. I love your orange laughter. I am moved by the sight of you sleeping. What am I to do? Love, loved one. I don't know how others love, or how people loved in the past. I live watching you, loving you, being in love is my nature. You please me more each afternoon. Where is she? I keep on asking if your eyes disappear, how long she's taken, I think, and I'm hurt. I'm so hurt. I feel poor, foolish, and sad. And you arrive, and you are lightning glancing off the peach trees. That's why I love you, and yet not why. There are so many reasons, and yet so few. For love has to be so involving and general, particular, and terrifying, joyful and grieving, flowering like the stars, and measureless as a kiss. That's why I love you, and yet not why. There are so many reasons and yet so few, for love has to be so involving in general particular and terrifying, joyful and grieving, flowering like the stars, measureless as a kiss. I have named you queen. There are taller than you, taller than there are purer than you, purer. There are lovelier than you, lovelier. But you are my queen. When you go through the streets, no one recognizes you. No one sees your crystal ice crown. No one looks at the carpet of red gold that you tread as you pass the non-existent carpet. And when you appear, all the rivers sound in my body, bells shake the sky, and a hymn fills the world. Only you and I, only you and I, my love, listen to it. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving, and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt the sadness of never understanding ourselves and threatening ourselves with death. Perhaps the world can teach us as when everything seems dead, but later proves to be alive. And that's why I have to go back to so many places there to find myself and constantly examine myself with no witness but the moon, and then whistle with joy, ambling over rocks and clouds of dirt, with no task but to live, with no family but the road. The days aren't discarded and collected, they are bees that burned with sweetness or maddened. The steam, the struggle continues, the journeys go and come between honey and pain. But I know the net of years doesn't unweave. There is not no net. They don't fall drop by drop from a river. There is no river. Sleep doesn't divide life into halves, or action, or sounds, or honor. Life is like a stone, a single motion, a lonesome bonfire reflected on the leaves. An arrow, only one, slow and swift, a metal that climbs or descends, burning in your bones. Who spit your name in letters of smoke among the stars of the south. Oh, let me remember you as you were before you existed. Love is the mystery of water and star. I do not love you except because I love you. I go from loving to not loving you, from waiting to not waiting for you. My heart moves from cold to fire. My heart moves from cold to fire. I love you only because it's you, the one I love. I hate you deeply, and hating you bound to you. And the measure of my change in love for you is that I do not see you but love blindly. Maybe January light will consume my heart with its cruel rays, stealing my key to true calm. In this part of the story, I am the one who dies, ice, the only one I will die, ice of love, because I love you, because I love you. Love is in fire, ice, fire and ice, blood. Give me silence, water, hope, give me struggle, iron, volcano, sharknado. If suddenly you do not exist, suddenly you are not living, I shall go on living. I do not dare to spit it. If you die, I shall go on living. Oh, of everything I have seen, it's you I want to go on seeing. Of everything I have seen, it's you I want to go on seeing. Of everything I've touched, it's your flesh I want to go on touching. I love your orange laughter. I am moved by the sight of you sleeping. What am I to do, loved one? I don't know how others love or how people loved in the past. I live watching you, loving you, being in love is my nature. You know what this is. You know how this is. If I look at the crystal moon, at the red branch of the slow autumn at my window, if I touch near the fire of the impalpable ash, or this wrinkled body up the log, everything that carries me to you, as if everything that exists aromas lights like metal, we're like little boats that sail toward those isles of yours that wait for me. Well, now, if little by little you stop loving me, I shall stop loving you little by little. If suddenly you forget me, do not look for me, for I shall already have forgotten you. If you think it long and mad, the wind of banners that passes through my life, and you decide to leave me at the shore of the heart where I have roots, remember that on that day, at the hour, I shall lift my arms and my roots. I will set off to seek another land, but if each day, each hour, you feel that you are destined for me with implacable sweetness, if each day a flower climbs up to your lips to seek me, my love, my own, and me, all that fire is repeated, and me nothing is extinguished or forgotten. My love feeds on your love, beloved, and as long as you live, it will be in your arms without leaving mine. Do tears not yet spilled wait in small lakes? Away goes the day with her chest, with a chaste heart, with pure eyes that celebrate your beauty, holding a leash of blood so that it might leap out and trace your outline where you lie down in my ode as an island, a forest, or in surf, an aromatic loom, or in seat music, beautiful mode, beautiful nude. You're beautiful and nude, equally beautiful. Your feet arched by pride medieval tap or of wind or sound. Your ears small shells of the splendid American sea. Your breast of level plenitude fulfilled by living light. Your flying eyelids of wheat revealing or enclosing the two deep countries of your eyes. The line your shoulders have divided into pale regions lose itself and blend into the compact halves of an apple continues separating your beauty down into two columns of burnished gold, fine alabaster to sink into the two grapes of your feet where your twin symmetrical tree burns again and rises flowering fire open chandelier a swelling fruit over the pact of sea and earth from with what materials a gate quartz wheat did your body come together swelling like bacon bread to signal silvered hills the cleavage of one petal sweet fruits of a deep velvet until alone remain astonished the fine and firm feminine form is not only light that falls over the world spread it inside your body yet suffocate itself so much is clarity taking its leave of you as if you were on fire within the moon lives in the lining of your skin here I came to the very edge here I came to the very edge where nothing at all needs saying everything is absorbed through weather and the sea and the moon swam back its rays are all silvered and time again the darkness would be broken by the crash of a wave and every day on the balcony at the sea wings open fire is born everything is blue again like the morning but by night love tie your heart to mine and the two together and their sleep will defeat the darkness my soul is an empty carousel at sunset my soul is an empty carousel at sunset give me your hand out of the depths sown by your sorrows bitter love of violet with its crown of thorns and viscid of spiky passions spirit of sorrow corolla of rage how did you come to conquer my soul that what brought you I should like to sleep like a cat with all the fur of time with a tongue rough as flint with the dry sex of fire and after speaking to no one stretched myself over the world over roofs and landscapes with a passionate desire to hunt the rats in my dreams it seems I want to see thirst and the syllables touch fire and the sound feel through the dark for the scream everything is ceremony in the wild garden of childhood absence is a house so vast inside you will pass through its walls and hang pictures on the air or I have slept with you all night long while the dark earth spins with the living and the dead and on waking suddenly in the midst of the shadow my arm encircled your waist neither night nor sleep could separate us I love you as one loves certain dark things secretly between the shadow and the soul and I watch my words from a long way off they are more yours than mine they climb on my old suffering like ivy here I came to the very edge where nothing at all needs saying and every day on the balcony of the sea wings open fire is born and everything is blue again like morning I like for you to be still I like for you to be still it is as though you are absent and you hear me from far away and my voice does not touch you it seems as though your eyes had flown away and it seems that a kiss had sealed your mouth as all things are filled with my soul you emerge from the things filled with my soul you are like my soul a butterfly a dream and you are like the wind the word and you are like the word melancholy melody I like for you to be still and you seem far away it sounds as though you are lamenting a butterfly cooing like a dove and you hear me from far away and my voice does not reach you let me come to be still in your silence and let me talk to you with your silence that is bright as a lamp simple as rain you are like the night with its stillness and constellations. Your silence is that of a star, as remote and candid. I like for you to be still. It is as though you are absent, a distant, and full of sorrow. So you would have died. And one word, then our smile. Then one smile is enough, and I'm happy that it's not true. Like a jar, you housed infinite tenderness, and the infinite tenderness shattered you like a jar. The memory of you emerges from the night around me. The river mingles its stubborn lament with the sea, deserted like the dwarfs. At dawn is the hour of departure. Out, oh, deserted one cold flower, heads are raining over my heart. Oh, pit of the breeze, fierce cave of the shipwrecked, and you, the wars and the flights accumulated from you, the wings of the songbirds rose. You swallowed everything like distance, like the sea, like time, and you, everything sank away. You're so far away. It was happy. It was the happy hour of the salt and the kiss, the hour of the spell that blazed like a lighthouse. Pilots dead, pilots dread, a fury of blind driver, turbulent drunkenness of love. Everything sank in the childhood of mist. My soul, winged and wounded, lost discoverer, and everything you, everything, and you, everything sank, and you, everything sank. You girdled a sorrow, you clung to desire, a sadness stunned you, and you, everything sank. Everything sank away like the Titanic. It sank away. I made the wall of shadow draw back beyond desire and of act. I walked on, oh flesh, my own flesh, woman whom I had loved and lost. I summon you in the moist hour. I raise my song to you like a jar, you housed infinite tenderness, and the infinite oblivion shattered you like a jar. There was the black solitude of the islands, and there, woman of love, your arms took me in. There was thirst and hunger, and you were the fruit. There were grief and ruins, and you were the miracle. Ah, woman, I do not know how you could contain me in the earth of your soul, in the cross of your arms. How terrible and brief my desire was to you, how difficult and drunken, how tensed and avid. A cemetery of kisses is a cemetery of kisses. There's still fire in your tombs, still a fruit of boughs, burned, packed at but by birds, burned and packed at by birds. Oh, the bit and mouth, oh, the kissed limbs, oh, the hunger and teeth, oh, the entwined bodies, oh, the mad coupling of hope and force in which where we emerged and despaired, and but tenderness light as water and flower, and as flower and the word scarcely begun on the lips. This was my destiny, and in it was my voyage of my longing, and my longing farewell, and everything sank like a Titanic. Oh, pit of the breeze, everything fell into you. What sorrow did you not express, and what sorrow are you not drowned? From billow to billow, you still called insane, standing like a sailor in the prow of a vessel. You still flowered in songs. You still break currents. Oh, pit of the breeze, open and bitter well, pale blind diver, a luckless slinger, a lost discoverer, and you, everything sank like a Titanic. It is the hour of departure of a heart cold hour, which the night fastens to all the timetables, the rustling belt of the sea girdles of the shore, cold stars heave up, blackbirds migrate, deserted like the wharfs. At dawn, only tremulous shadows twist at my hands. Oh, farther than everything, oh, farther than everything is the hour of departure. Oh, abandoned one, I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you simply without problems or pride. I love you in this way because I do not know any other way of loving you but this, in which there is no I or you, so intimate that your hand upon my chest is my hand, so intimate that when I fall asleep your eyes close. Poetry is an act of peace. Peace goes into the making of a poet as flour goes into the making of bread. I'm back from the dead, spitting love poem once again. Get me for my life, all lives, give me all the pain of everyone. I'm going to turn it into hope. Give me all the joys, even the most secret, because otherwise, how will these things be known? I have to tell them They give me the labors of every day for that's what I seem. I don't love you as if you were the salt rose, topaz, or arrow of carnations that propagate fire. I love you as certain dark veins are loved, secretly between the shadow and the soul. Each and the most a hidden sack, kept the lost jewels of memory, intense love, secret nights, and permanent kisses for fragment of public or private happiness. A few for wolves collected thighs of our men love to dawn, scratching mountain ranges of ice flows, locomotives, numbers. For me, happiness was to share, seeking and praising, cursing, crying with 1,000 eyes. I asked for forgiveness for my bad ways. My life had no use on this earth. Ow, it hurts. Reality just smacked me across the face. The universe, ow, it hurts. Vodalion, bury me inside, lay me down with the words of a love song. Just throw my body in the river, watch the body of the forever rapper float the river forever. He truly stopped rapping, never, and kept rapping forever.